Well, speaking about cars, Toyota, I can't believe they're going to do this. They're pulling a pin on what I would say is one of the most iconic vehicles ever driven in Australia. It was made in Japan. It's the V8 turbo diesel LandCruiser 70. No longer going to be available, despite huge demands for it. If you had one, if you're on the waiting list and you got this car, you could flip it and probably make 20 grand in 5 minutes. The decision was made to, quote, community expectation regarding lowering vehicle emissions. The company's Vice President, Sean Hanley, said. Sean, mate, read your audience, please.
The community expectation here is to keep giving us really fancy and beautifully built, massively reliable V8 Land Cruisers. That's the community expectation, and it's being met. And they're going to damage that brand? Seriously? They're jumping at shadows here. No one is demanding, stop making V8 Land Cruisers. No one in the vehicle market, especially the 4x4 market, has ever said that. These cars, as you point out, they're adored. They're craved. When prices went crazy during COVID, and we had a great reduction in the amount of vehicles that were being imported, I knew people who were locking their Land Cruiser V8s away because they couldn't afford to get them damaged. They couldn't afford the insurance anymore. They had to put them aside. They're more valuable than jewellery and a little bit more practical, let's say.
I'm actually driving a Mercedes GLE 663 S, which has got a 6.3 litre V8 in it. And it sounds absolutely magnificent. Now, environment's on everybody's mind. We know that. We believe the community expects we're going to reduce our CO2 footprint. I mean, really? I mean, Australia can have no impact on the broader world climate. We have a big country. People have to tow things like caravans and horse floats. You can't tow big, heavy things with cars made from electricity, Tim.
These are awkward facts that you're speaking, and you'll be cut from all manner of, if you're involved in them, all manner of right-on social justice communities. But this move by Toyota it's the ultimate nose spiting face kind of deal, isn't it? They've got this huge selling thing. No one's yelling at them about making a statement, and they're making a statement anyway by axing their own massive, big selling, wonderful device. If they look at the second-hand market for these things go through the roof overnight. It's going to be fantastic.
If they want to act something, get rid of that ugly Prius that is the worst looking car ever made.
Well, that's already faded. That's already on the out list. You could fit one of those in the back of one of the Land Cruisers and use it as your little hobby toy car, which I think was the idea all along.
Have you got a flagpole?
No, I don't have a flagpole yet.
I think you need to go and get a flagpole. Woolies have backflipped. They're going to now sell Australian flags in their supermarkets. Why? Because they're a sponsor of the Australian Olympic team. It wasn't kosher to be selling Australian flags on Australia Day, Tim, but they're now happy to do it because they've tipped money into the Olympic movement.
We severed ties in a large way with the UK many years ago in a formal sense. But now we're getting bossed around by Paris all the time. We're now, like, one of our biggest supermarket chains thinks it's a perfectly sound idea to sell us Australian flags because they're going to be waved around in Paris at the Olympics. We've also got the Paris Accords with the climate and so on. About the only thing we don't follow Paris on, and it's regrettable, is nuclear energy. If we could add that to the list, a few of us might be happier about it.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Woolworths management's very muddle-headed on all of this, Tim. Tim, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you, mate. Thank you. I'll talk to you when I'm back filling in for Chris Kenny next time.